G'day guys, Robbo here again. Welcome to day 3 of my Thirlmere Food series celebrating 1,000 subscribers. Today I've been to Loopline Pies Bakery in Thirlmere and I got myself my usual work lunch, which starts off with a sausage roll. So I'll chuck some sauce on it. Good old tomato sauce. Try to get all over myself. There. So, being a work lunch, I thought today I might talk a bit about the New South Wales Rail Museum where I do my volunteering. A couple of things to tease about. I'm going to take a bite of this first. Gotta love a sausage roll. How good are they? How good's a sausage roll? Actually, tell me in the comments, what do you prefer, a sausage roll or a meat pie? I prefer a sausage roll because whenever I have a meat pie, they fall apart. But yeah, so first thing I wanted to do was I want to give a big shout out to 3 of the cleaners at the New South Wales Rail Museum. Well, to all of them because they do a good job cleaning up the museum, but especially to Kay, Mary and Andrew. I went and saw them at the museum on Thursday. I was hanging out with them for a bit, catching up with Kay, who's actually been off for quite some time due to an injury. And it's good to catch up with you, Kay. Good to see you back. And I was telling them about my YouTube channel, and yeah, they became my 3 newest subscribers. So cheers, guys. Always a lot of fun hanging out with them. They're always a good group of people to have a laugh with. Always happy to have a chat as they're working. And yeah, sometimes I'll go there just to visit, just so I can have a laugh with them, because they're great people. Yeah. Let me know, guys. Also, do you like sauce on your sausage roll or meat pie? And do you have tomato sauce or do you have something else? And I've got another little story for you. After I finish this sausage roll, I've got something else to eat here, and then I'll get on with the other story. And as you saw in my last video, my nose always gives me a problem this time of year. Anyone else get hay fever? Or spring allergies or whatever you want to call it. I get it shocking. I hate it. And it always seems to be that as soon as I turn this camera on, my nose starts annoying me. I just pushed myself from home to the pie shop, which is about, it's at least 2 kilometres. Had no dramas with my nose whatsoever. And turn on the camera. Now it's bugging me. Just got all the crumbs off me. Now, the job that I do at the Rail Museum these days is I'm on the mini train team. So if you're ever at the museum and the mini trains are running, come say good day if I'm there. I'm not always there. But next menu item is chocolate donut. I always have a chocolate donut after me sausage roll when I'm at work. But another story I wanted to tell you about was a very special thing that happened at the mini train circuit. Now, being a disabled guy, I always get helped out quite a bit. I get a lot of help from different people, mainly support workers these days. But remember one day, actually I'm going to take a bite of this and then I'll get into the story. Yum. I remember one day working at the museum at the mini train circuit, and this guy came up to us at the mini train circuit, and he had a young boy with him. The young boy was in a wheelchair, and it was obviously father and son. And anyway, they came up, and the father said, my son has something he wants to ask you. And I was like, yeah, what's the question? And the boy says, am I allowed to have a turn on the mini train? He wasn't sure because he was in a wheelchair. And yeah, I looked at him and I said, yes, mate, you are definitely allowed to come on this mini train. And I said, I'm even going to be a driver. And yeah, we yeah, and sorry, it just gets to me a bit when I talk about this because yeah, I've been helped so many times, and then this happens. The guy, yeah, so we say, yeah, you can get in, and I'll be the driver, and so we get him in, give the father a bit of help getting his son into the mini train, and I even helped out a little bit myself, and that was pretty cool, being able to help out a disabled person myself. And anyway, they took him for a run, did the usual few laps, and then his turn was over, and we after his turn was over, we got him out, put him back in the wheelchair, and we hung out with him for a bit longer and had a bit of a chat with him about the mini trains and his love for trains and all that sort of stuff. And I even told him to come up the front to the engine, and I showed him the control panel, and I said, hit that button there, which was a red button on the control panel, which is actually our horn. So you hit the horn button, and he was quite excited by hearing the horn. And yeah, I was very happy that I was able to make his day. And then anyway, we hung out for a bit longer, and then they left, and I was just sitting there for a minute just thinking about what just happened, about the fact that I actually got to help a disabled person myself. And anyway, after a minute of thinking about it, I thought, no, I gotta leave for a minute. So I excused myself from the mini train circuit for a while, went up to the other end of the museum, and I just sat there for a minute, and I was getting quite emotional. Even just thinking about it now is making me a bit that way. But yeah. Oh. I'm always very grateful to the people that helped me, and I'm just glad that I was able to help that kid that day. And to finish off my work meal, let's put the bag there for a sec. I usually finish off by washing everything down with a can of Coke. There we go. So, I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. That's going to do it for this one. Thanks again for all your support. Catch us in the next one. Bye for now.